I don't believe in goodbyes, I believe in adventures. 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe in this.
Today's elixir of the week is a green monster latte. The green monster latte is made with 1 spoonful of matcha, 1 spoonful of chlorella, then with a dash of milk of your choice, just make sure that it's fatty in nature, and some honey. And it looks, if you're watching this on YouTube, it looks like this. It's green. I make it really milky because that's how I like it, and I added a dash of cinnamon as well. So it's really good. So the main element in this is not only the matcha, which is great for getting antioxidants, for boosting metabolism and maintaining a healthy metabolism over time, but also for focus. And a lot of us are working from home at this time or looking for new job opportunities at this time, and matcha will help you focus and stay focused and will leave you feeling really good, while chlorella is great for detoxifying, for rebuilding your intestinal lining in your stomach, and for giving you plant-based protein to strengthen your immune system, provide you with iron, and energize your body with vitamins, including vitamin A, vitamin B12, vitamin C, and vitamin E. Vitamins A and E do not absorb when you pair them with water, so they're not water soluble. You need to pair them with a fat, i.e. fatty milk, so that your body can absorb them and use them. Otherwise, they just go in and go out and don't really do that much for you. So that is the elixir of the week, and this whole podcast is designed to help energize you and really energize you in a way where you can lift out of any drama or any insecurity and just see things with a clear eye. Because a lot of times during moments of crisis, we are not thinking clearly, we are not being our best selves because it's difficult. I mean, this is one of the most challenging times, and it's important that we are acknowledging that maybe our usual practices in staying balanced won't work in the same way. The crystal of the week is hematite, and it looks like a little magnet. It's very metallic, so don't ever put it in water because it can poison you if you put it in water and try to drink it. But it's great to hold, and it's great to work out with. I put it on my yoga mat when I'm working out, and the reason why it's so good is because it absorbs negative energies that are lodged in your emotional, energetic, physical, and spiritual bodies, and it works to not only pull out the negativity that you're holding on to or stagnation that you're holding on to, but it also grounds you into your body. So when you are doing something like yoga with hematite, it actually allows you to deepen and strengthen your yoga practice and really feel where your emotions may be stuck in your body so that you can lean into them through your yoga postures and release them and flush your body with fresh blood, oxygen, nutrients, and that's what yoga does. Yoga is actually like doing a little cleansing for your body. You're moving and shifting in ways that wring out your muscles and tendons and lymphatic system. So you're twisting, and then your whole body is releasing the toxins the way that a towel would release water when you are squeezing it. So a wet towel being squeezed and the toxins are just falling out the same way the water would. That's how you can think about it. So I am going to start today by providing you with a little update on what you can use this coming week so that you are really just staying focused and on track with living your best life. I'm seeing the cards for the first time right now, so please excuse any pauses. I just want to make sure I'm providing you with some accurate information of what's going on energetically throughout the whole world. This is a general reading, so take what applies, take what you feel resonates, and leave the rest on the table. The current situation is that a lot of us are feeling pure darkness, not necessarily from ourselves, but externally, whether it's the climate we are in our homes or our work environments. It's a lot of truths being wrapped up, and it's almost like ugliness disguised as truth showing up at our doorstep. And when this happens, we need to acknowledge that within us there are elements of truth and there are elements of lies, the lies that we tell ourselves. Everyone tells, no person doesn't tell themselves a lie. It just is part of it. And so the challenge of the week is going to be identifying when you are coming from a place of truth and when you are coming from a place of lying. And lying is just accepting negativity as reality, and that's not encouraging you to think that everything is rainbow and roses. But there is always a way to be more resourceful, to be more aware, more self-aware, and more cognizant of the way micro actions affect the world at large. The way you show up in your relationships, if you show up with a great attitude, the way it creates a ripple effect. And when you are not coming from a place of having positive intentions, people feel it. The same, it happens to you all the time. Just think about it. You feel when something is off. And the key there is to set the intention to have a good interaction with anything that comes your way, and that will change your lens and it will change your end outcome just by having that simple shift. Things that are not based in truth or do not align with that will just fall away, and let them. You don't need that. And also make sure you assert your space. Your expectations are that you should be reaching out to people, you should be connecting, you should be being creative, being out there. But the thing is, if it feels like a strain, then that is not the place you should be. And there is a fine line between being social, forcing yourself to put yourself out there, and doing something that's wrong. And it can be really confusing to know which is which, but you need to know that the only way to see things clearly is to ask, how will I feel after I do this? Will I feel stronger, like I am putting my time and energy and any resources I have in the right place? Or am I just being someone who's chasing fun, chasing essentially almost like a party energy, where it's like you're chasing the thrill, but ultimately it will cause damage. And if ultimately it will cause damage to your bank account, to your health, to someone else's health, that's not putting yourself out there in a way that positively serves you. So right now you need to identify what your end outcome is, especially for this quarantine period, and just say, are my actions supporting that, or am I veering off into destruction? And destruction has a lot of forms. For me, destruction is online shopping. And this week, it's very important that we acknowledge those destructive behaviors that we have and break free. So even just saying out loud, the cycle stops here. I am changing my vibration. I am changing my behavior. I am changing my energy. And then doing something to physically change. That will be very helpful for you this week. This is something that is hidden, where you may think in the moment that it's not going to make a difference, and actually it changes everything. So do what you need to do. If it's getting a haircut, if it's doing your nails, if it's putting on makeup or an outfit that you like, go do it. It will help immensely. It will be so, so, so good for you, and you'll be glad you did. So make sure that you're just meditating on being your best self, your most vibrant star self, and live it as much as you can. And when you feel yourself coming out of it, breathe Inhale and exhale and start feeling, what would my best self do in this situation? How would my best self behave? How would I act? And then allow yourself to feel that and to move forward in that energy rather than in the energy that is just lower vibrational and not hot. Okay, so the advice this week is to take a good hard look at your home, your resources, your time, your physical body, and just get real with yourself. Do a full-on assessment of what your life is on the physical level and anything that relates to your root chakra, because right now is a time where you've really been able to stop and pause, and you've paused for long enough that you're not going to be reactionary, but you can be very honest and very real about where you are so that you can adjust where you're going and so that you can show up as someone who is strong, abundant, radiant, and powerful. And power does not need to look like an aggressive form of sex, money, greed. Power is really when you are being aware of what you have to bring to the table, what resources you have internally, what knowledge you have. And when you come from a place of, I am sharing my greater knowledge rather than putting out noise, everything will change. And the thing is, it's easy to have noisy relationships in today's day and age because we have phones, we can always be texting, we can always be sending something, we can always be watching something, but there's a difference between getting caught up in the day-to-day noise and really being intentional with who and what we are. I love watching shows like The Real Housewives because I love to see their style, I love to see the hair that they have going on, and when I feel like I need some inspiration, I turn to things like that. That really just makes me excited about getting creative with the way that I present myself. And that has a very strong ripple effect. And to some people that might look like, you know, me just showing up with a better attitude because I feel more confident. So don't think that you cutting out the noise has to be you cutting out things that you